Where are we by?
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
We're heading north of Beaumont. Yo, where are we going? No, this is a... Are you fucking kidding me? You better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Okay. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we? No, we're not.
Yeah.
Then what are these roads going to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yo, where are we going?
50th Street.
50th Street.
50th Street.
East, right? It's over now.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Top 3 most horrifying Russian experiments. Number 3, the two-headed dog. Vladimir Demikhov had attempted this experiment 23 times, and on the 24th time, finally succeeded, when he amputated the lower portion of a smaller dog. In the meantime, cut open a German Shepherd on his neck and attached a smaller dog to it. After an almost 4-hour operation, it was complete. Both dogs were connected and alive. They could both hear, see, smell, swallow, and all. Though Shopko wasn't attached to the stomach, and the food it did consume just traveled through a tube and right onto the floor. They both sadly passed after only 4 days. Number 2, the human Z. Ilya Ivanov artificially inseminated multiple female chimpanzees with human sperm to create a human-ape hybrid. When it didn't work, he got 3 women and used chimpanzee sperm instead, but the chimp-human didn't work and the human-chimp never actually happened. And number 1, Sergei Brukonenko has killed, severed the heads of, and brought back to life over a dozen dogs. While the dogs couldn't eat, breathe, or turn their heads without the rest of its muscles, they were attached to a heart machine. Many dogs were able to stay alive for months, reacting to touch, taste, light, and sounds. Though they claim this dog was perfectly normal, in my opinion, this looks far from a normal condition.
Craziest crimes of all time? Part 1. Travis Clark, a priest at a Catholic church in Louisiana, was recently arrested on charges of vandalism. And by vandalism, I mean that he did it with 2 dominatrixes on top of the altar. And according to recent reports, the altar has since been burned by the church. At least they were adults. William Dennis Bradley, a meth addict, murdered a man, and when arrested, told authorities that he had just killed the Terminator, and that they should be grateful. A Florida man was arrested for throwing an alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window. You know, I actually have a joke for this one, but it's kind of corny. See you later, alligator! A woman in Texas was arrested after trying to buy a mother's infant child for $500,000 in a Walmart checkout line. $500,000? Are you kidding me? Thank God my parents were offered. Hello? Hey mom, what's up? You have to tell me something? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Do you love outdoor movie nights but are tired of using bed sheets? This giant projector screen inflates to 16 feet, making it perfect for gaming or movie nights. And if you enjoy hammocks but hate having to make them swing, this little gadget attaches to the stand and will rock you side to side so you can relax without doing any actual work. Just attach your phone to the projector with this, put on these covers to prevent cheesy fingers, and enjoy.
Disturbing things caught by Twitch streamers. In this 2019 clip, this Twitch streamer is walking through the streets of Japan when he notices something weird. As the streamer is recording, he notices a creepy guy wearing a mask who seems to be following him. Scared, the streamer turns to one side of the street to see if the creepy masked guy is actually following him, confirming his fears.
Wait, he turned. Do I run?
The streamer panics and starts to run forward, but as he notices that the guy is still following him, he begins to shout at him.
Why did you do that?
As a surprise, the guy claims to be a fan and that he was just trying to talk to the streamer.
Their bodies were tossed by public roadsides, almost as if to taunt officers.
The Oakland County child killer is one of the most unsolved mysteries we've had within the last 100 years. This name was given to the murderer because he's responsible for killing at least 4 children in Oakland County, Michigan. The victims were 2 boys and 2 girls, and each one of them were taken just right outside of their home. All of the victims died from either gunshot wounds, strangulation, or even being beaten to death. One father pleaded on live television to let his son come home and eat his favorite meal, which was KFC. When the boy's body was found just 3 days later, they did a look inside of the boy's body and they found the killer fed him KFC. Which means the killer and the boy were watching the TV and the little boy got to see his dad crying for him to come home. To this day, nobody knows who's responsible for these murders. So who was the child killer and could he possibly still be around?
Christopher Dutch is a former neurosurgeon who over the course of 2 years injured, maimed, and crippled 33 of his 38 patients, earning him the nickname Dr. Death. After a severe football injury, Christopher switched over to medicine, earning his doctorate in 2010 from the University of Tennessee. He completed his training after participating in just 100 surgeries, while the average surgeon does over 1,000. Over the next 2 years, the doctor worked at various hospitals, repeatedly botching surgeries, even killing patients along the way. One of these patients, Kelly Martin, was undergoing routine back surgery when the medical staff noticed she was losing an excessive amount of blood. Dr. Death simply ignored this until she woke up screaming, clawing at her legs until she bled to death. This led to his medical license being suspended in 2013 and him being sentenced to life in prison for his crimes.
This might be the scariest thing that ever happened to America. We all know that America had a lot of scary things happen to it. But this has to be the scariest thing ever. On August 29th, 1968, every single TV in America shut down. But a demonic whispering was coming from every TV in America. Many people believe that it was the devil trying to get across some message. But nobody really understood it. This lasted for about 25 seconds, then all the TVs came back on. To this day, nobody knows what caused it or why it happened, but everybody believes it was the works of the devil.